Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the old paper lady, and welcome if you're new here. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue on. We did Merry Monday yesterday, so today we're going to go back to our altered book. I'm going to show you how I decorate. So we're going to decorate our altered book in the next couple of videos, and then we'll get that out of the way. And it is the floral fall, let's see, autumn florals from Girl One Art, that kit that I printed off, that I just fell in love with the florals of it, and I was like, that would make a beautiful altered book type situation. Yes, it would. So my thinking was I wanted to separate the so-called darks from the lights, and then thinking about doing like, like, okay, so if I take this and put it down on a page, then I would make a tag out of a light piece or something like that along those lines. And I may have to wind up going back and printing off another set of this because I used some pieces of it in our crafty fall journals, but I think I may have enough pieces here that, I just want the floral bits. So like any kind of the pumpkin-y type bits that are on there, like, like the autumn leaf type bits, that's okay. The pumpkin type things, I think I may pull them out and just put them to the side, because it's just a dark floral basically is what I'm going for, and I can use it any time of the year. Even though it's more autumn colors, I can use it throughout the year. It was my thinking. So now I gotta decide, do I want to do the pages in the darks, which I probably might. It's not as dark, it's contrasting enough. So we'll put it over here in our so-called light colors. So I'm going to do the light and darks separate. Let's see, that's similar, so I would separate it out, put it somewhere else. This is a piece I thought I could use as just a strip. All right, and then this was autumn seamless digital papers, Girl One Art, and it had a lot of, the true, autumn colors, like the backgroundy type bits. So like with the pumpkins, that would be really pretty. And even the sweaters. So some of these bits I'm going to take and pull aside just for fall type things. So I may not be able to use a whole bunch of this, but if need be, I will come back and get pieces like this and like this, just because I think it's pretty. And it would go good with it. So yeah, I think some of these we'll let go with the paper, honey. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So these are more just, pretty much fall type things. So we're going to put them to the side. And put it back in our paper pack. Now, these front pieces here, I'm thinking on keeping this bits and taking and putting them in a folder once I use up the paper bits. Now, put them in a like page protector folder, whatever have you, and keeping that, and then clearing off some of the stuff on my laptop, because I have been going through printing the kit and it's deleting it off of my laptop, so it saves my memory, So then I said, well, why don't I just get one of those little external, a few of those external things. I have one for, Christmas, one for fall, one for florals, blah, blah, blah. kind of something along those lines. And then keep the front page of it and write on there, you know, hey, it's on this memory stick, you know, and instead of having to keep all of these printed all these printed packs, just keep the front page and then have the memory sticks, because I have a whole lot more room for, you know, the little memory sticks than I do, you know, this. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good idea that I was coming up with as to how I could keep my, and, you know, not have to repay and re-download and this and that and other for my kits. And sometimes you'll buy a kit and it will soon be taken, you know, later on when you go back to look at it, it'll be taken off. I can't find it nowhere. Or the Etsy shop has closed and they have moved somewhere else, because that is happening a lot with Etsy shops as of late. Alrighty, so I want to do real pretty. I'm thinking along doing this green and this here. That's what I was thinking on. And then this would kind of go in with that for like the first couple of pages. And seeing about that. And then the cutoffs from these I'll make the tag bits for. And seeing if we couldn't do something like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Alright, so now let's get some measurement pieces and some glue pieces. Because now what I want to do is I just want to cover the white part here up into that. You see what I'm saying? And I may have to come in here and do a little bit of inkage. And that's fine with me. We'll just ink along that just to cover that bit up. And I'm fine and dandy with that. It ain't gonna bother me in the least kind of bit. You just don't want the, you know, the starky white. And then that will be fine and dandy. Okay, doke. So now I'm gonna take this piece and I'm gonna lay it right here. And I am going to measure. And I will take me a pencil and I will mark. Actually, let's turn it over on the back side. It'd be a whole lot better to mark. And this is how I do it, y'all. I mean, so I'll cut here. And then I'll cut right here on this piece. And the cutoffs from that will be tags and such. And that's how I do it. I know I wished I could say it was a little more complicated than that, but that's about as complicated as it gets. That is as complicated as I want it to be anyways. So that would be a good tag. And you take, we're going to cut this piece. That would be a good tag, or you could make it a journal card. And so then I will glue this right here. And I'm going to use wet glue on these because these are 32-pound copy paper, and the wet glue does fairly well on that. That is the least amount of weight that I've found for the copy paper that I could use. Let's see, I need to get a box. Not really, let's just make a pile over here to the side of our scraps, and we'll take those and use those as needed for our what do you want to call them? Our tags and journal card bits. And we'll just do that with it. And we are off and running. There's no rhyme or reason for this, and just, you know, because it's pretty paper. And I said, that's going to be beautiful if we can put it together in like a, actually really pretty just to make ephemera bits with. But I wanted to do an altered book with it. Now is this right side up or upside right? Okie doke. Okay, so there we go with that. This is so fun, y'all. This is going to be so fun. And so now I'll take this piece and just push it up into the spine, because when I glue it, that's the way it's going to be, is up in the spine of it. And the spine of this is a little bit crooked. It's a little bit more pulled out from the top than it is the bottom. And try my best to straighten up my paper. We're going to mark it. And now if it don't go exactly to the edge of your paper, you'll be fine, honey. You can take and ink it. It'll be just fine. I need to move you out of my way because you're getting caught up in my fingers, and I don't want to do that. So this may be a little bit off the camera view sometimes here. And I am sorry about my dog barking. He wants to go outside and chase the deers that are in the yard right now. Because, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night and the deers come out. And he wants to go chase the deers in the yard. Okay, so now let's put this piece right here. I think that is going to be a little bit short, and if it is, that is fine. I'll just ink that. And it'll be just fine and dandy. So now if you want, you can also do this with glue stick on your single-sided regular copy paper. Just be mindful that if you don't do a dark whole background page like this on your decorative paper that you're wanting to put into your glue book or your altered book, it will show through the writing. So you got to make sure that you've got a good copy paper so that your writing doesn't show through. Okay, now I'm going to try my best to get you lined up best that we can, buddy. And I think that needs to go backwards a wee bit. And if it doesn't exactly match on the end, that's fine and dandy too, because you know what? I'll just take my chopper and cut it. I'll cut it with the scissors. So I'm just going to go up around that edge, all the way around. And it's going to be a little difficult at first, you know, because we got all these paper clips in here to remind us of how we wanted our papers to look. But isn't that going to be beautiful? Okay, so now, see, we'll flip the page. And we have this one here. So I think I'm going to put this one over here. And you can take and do it this way as well, and you have this whole piece. Let's see, is that going to look okay if we do it that way? Heck yeah. All right, let's start doing that on the ones that it will look all right on. You know, instead of having to cut 2 strips yay long. Okay, let's get a hold of it so you can cut it straight. Then we'll have that little bit. And see, and then look, we got another whole piece. Let's start cutting it that way, y'all. That makes more sense, does it not? To cut it like that. Because then we won't have as much pieces to make ephemera pieces with, but we will have enough to cover all of our pages. And then if we don't need these pieces, then that's going to be our ephemera. So I'm trying to do the matchy match up here up front. Okay, is that going to stay on there? And it's going to be a wee bit short of the whole page. Dang it. I knew I was measuring it wrong. That's fine. I'll put it back like this. We can use that piece as something else, like one of those pocketed bits or something, because I snipped that piece short. Okay, recutting. Sometimes that has to happen. Alright, so all of our small bits, guess what? That is going to be a good old collage page. Yes, ma'am. It sure is. That's my ephemera I was going to do for Merry Monday yesterday, and I went completely a whole different way. I decided I was going to get all my pink ephemera bits done, and we got them all done. It's enough to do a whole journal. I may need to make a few more journal cards here and there, but it's pretty much a done deal. That journal is. Okay, let's put this page down, because see, this one here is going to be a little difficult to cover, and I'm really not feeling trying to cover that, to be honest with you, with that rounded bit on the back. So I think I'm going to leave it, and I'll add maybe like a pocket or something on it. I don't know yet. That will be let's come back to it in a minute. get the glue on the paper, not your hand, knucklehead. Okay. Now, how in the world have I cut that short? What in the world am I doing? Am I losing it? That's fine. We're just going to center it up. Now, y'all see me cut this page, cut this one page twice now, and have still apparently not cut it right. I mean, what in the world, y'all? Okay, let's put this here on the back there. That will be fine and dandy. Okay. So now, I'm take my book and prop it up the best I can here. Or not. Okay, so if you got glue where you can have a little bit of wiggle room, that will help you. I want you to look yonder. That is, I couldn't tear that out earlier, but now that is wanting to pull away from right there. And it's just because where I messed with it so much trying to get it cut. And that's fine and dandy. Okay. So see these edges? That's right here. You can take and glue them, or you could cut them, because it is the book page that's showing the bit most on this side. I'm just going to take and glue it, or ink it, I mean. Just take and ink it up. Okay. Alright, so now we are actually to our actual first page. So now this page is going to be completely covered. So I want to take and I want to glue this flap down. Alright, so I'm going to pull out my little trick board here, my little glue board. So I'm going to lay it in here in the book. Just because I know I can use it to press on and not have to worry about all of those paper clips in and around the book. Okay. So now for this page, let's do... Well, let's do a yellow. And just cover it in yellow paper. And go up to the corner there. Okay. I'm going to cut here. Make that cut first along the bottom. Sorry about banging that cutter. Okay, so then this was going to go like so, right here. And so then I'm going to cut this right here on this side. So see, that will cover that piece right there. And then I need to do the slant on it. So I'm going to go just a little bit above the slant. That's what I'm thinking. And cut that at an angle. And then we'll have that fold over piece there to strengthen up that pocket edge. Is what I'm wanting to do. So I'm going to put it on the cutter. I'm going to line my marks up on one end and the other. And cut it at an angle. And I just cut that backwards. Bless my heart. I just cut that completely backwards. Bless my little soul. Because see, I cut it to be white, not to be that way. Knucklehead. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That is perfectly fine. We'll save them bits. We'll do something else with it. Okay, so now let's do another page. Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. Oh me, that is too funny. Not really. It is really not funny at all. It is aggravating, but it is funny. Because, you know, it's on film. Alrighty, so don't do as I did. And just cut your angle completely opposite. Because, you know, you measured the back side of the paper, not the front side. Okay, now where did I measure that at? I know I put a mark on it. Where are you? Oh, well. Okay, there's one. Found that one. Is that the other one? Nope. There's the other one. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure that it was. Oh, that is the best one yet, y'all. Let's measure our angle, leave a little hangover, and cut it the wrong side of the paper. Y'all seen that coming too, didn't you? Y'all saw that coming from a mile away, didn't you? Okay, so I'm just going to do angle here and here. Here and here, and then we'll have a little bit of hangover and cut it right this time, hopefully. Good gracious. So once again, we're going to line our marks up on the right side of the paper this time, and we are going to cut this at an angle on the right up facing side of the paper. And see, these little bits you can take and put tuck spots like that in on your other full pages. That's where I would say, you know, cover the base pages first, and then the ephemera tuck spotty pieces will fall in. Okay, and see, and then we'll have we'll have a little bit of hangover to wrap around that to sturdy that up. Well, that's going to be okay then. Alrighty. See what I'm saying? Knuckleheadedness sneaks up on you just when you least expect it. Because I was very confident in cutting out on the white side of the paper that it was going to be straight, then it was going to work. Oh, bless it. Yeah, that was too good. Alright, so if you can't laugh at yourself, you know, you're in trouble. Especially in the filming world here. You know, where if it's going to go wrong, it is going to happen on video. Trust me on that. Now this side we won't need to cover this side. I'm just folding this edge over here. So we have a sturdier pocket edge. This is what I'm trying to attempt to do here. As you can see. Alright. Okay. Alright, so now on this underneath side, you know what we can do? This bit here that we messed up and I cut the wrong way, we could probably do that. We sure could. Oh, not particularly. Will that work? Yeah, that will work. Let's put that piece there. Oh, that's cute. Hush up, I like it. Alright, so we're going to glue this piece here on the corner of this, and then we'll ink around the corner bits, and then we'll glue this bottom piece down, and that will be a pocket, supposedly, if I don't mess it up. So I've had a really good day. Today it's still Sunday evening for me, and I did a Merry Monday video right before this, and I had a ball doing that. So I will work the printer and the cutter, fussy cutter station all day today from about 2:30 or so to about 9:30. printing and cutting and printing and cutting. And so I'm pretty sure I got 2 more sets of ephemera that I need to get cut to play with in my journal builds for the Christmas time this year. And then the rest of it I've already got printed out. What you looked at. Okay. All right, so now, and that's why I'm saying doing the light and dark contrasting colors here. So you don't have to ink it if you don't want to. But I'm going to, just because I think it's going to be pretty. I'm going to go ahead and ink this on around this here. And then we'll glue this and this, and then that will be a pocket. And then I'll ink the other bits up here. My kids are watching scary movies as we speak, and I'm not into scary movies. So I was like, well, I'm going to go make a couple videos this Sunday evening, because I know Monday night I got to, you know, come home and pretty much get in the bed as soon as I get home from work, because I got to be back in there the next morning at 12 o'clock. So that's not going to be fun. I really hate when he does that to me, just because, you know, it's, but now, mind you, on Tuesday, you know, I only have to work 3 hours, but mind you, I did not get my whole evening of sleep the night before, nor did I get to do my craftiness the night before, because I had to go to bed. So I'm trying to get my videos, at least 2 videos done Sunday evening, so I don't feel so pressured Monday after I get out of work, and then have to sit up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get my video to upload. So I put a little bit too much glue on this pocketed area down here. So I'm just folding it over to making sure that it's glued and covered is what I'm doing. And where that pocket is just freshly glued, I'm going to let it sit here and hold for a minute in that area. Before I flip it over and try to cover the back of this page. Let's see, this would be really pretty. You know, you can make you a pocket on this side. Be super cute to do the cut off piece like this to make a tuck over here on this side. All kinds of cute little things you can do with these cut off bits if you mess them up. So don't throw them out. You could, you know, like that there was the cut off piece from that paper. It worked out perfect. I think this is going to be so fun. The only thing I worry about is when I glue, because I glue a little heavy and I pull the glue a little tight. I'm afraid I'm going to wind up pulling the pages out of it. And that's the only thing I'm going to worry about. Alright, so now, see, then that is our pocket there. And we can get a good size tag and what have you in there. Tag, journal card bit, a big piece of ephemera. Like if you go to, say you went to a some kind of show or what have you, where they give out these, what are they called? Like if you go to a Broadway show or a play and they give you like a piece of paper that you know, goes through the whole acts, who's doing what, when, where, and how, and fold that up and put it in there because you've got plenty of room for that. Oh, I think it's going to work out beautiful, y'all. Now, what did I do here? Oh, am I gluing it? Okay, yep, so that one's stuck and glued down. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to lay it flat this way and put me a piece of paper on here. Now, if I think where I messed that up, here's what I think I may actually try to do on this page itself, if I can get it to work. Is glue this down here. I want to glue that down there and make that a pocket on this side. And then not really particularly worry about covering up the book page, because you're going to have and that is the wrong angle. It would need to be this angle in it. Yep. I think I am going to take that and trim just a smidge off of the edge so it'll fit in there. And glue that down there. I mean, just ever a sliver. Now this is a lot of putting your paper to your book and eyeing what you want. It's not really true measurement. This is a lot of putting the paper down, seeing what you'd like to have on it. Yeah, I think that will work, y'all. That's what I'm going to do right there, honey. Sure enough I am. All right, I'm going to put that glue mat there. And seeing I didn't really truly break the spine in this book like I should before I started ripping it apart, so it would lay and flip and flop and fold the way I need it to. But it's all right. It's going to work out. All right, so I just put a bead around. And I've just got that there laying there to help me hold the book down till I get my paper where I want it. So I'll line the front edge and the bottom edge up and then just go back to the spine. I like that. I think that's going to work. Hush your face. There we go. I'm going to check to make sure there's no words in that situation there. So if I do leave it uncovered, we are good. Okay. All right. Now, how fun is that? So we got our front plate. That's pretty. This, I'm going to put a pocket here of some sort. We have this. Now, on these, all this, and this, it's going to be pockets of some assortment. And this is what I'm wanting to do. And then this, we have our pocket here on the front and back of this. And so see, then we have a good, you know, can't put a thick ephemera piece in there, but you could put, you know, a little tag or a little receipt or, you know, what have you in it. And just fun little journal spot. And some of these I'll probably come through and fold up and just put coffee dye or tea dye paper in, to be quite honest. Oh, that's so fun. Alrighty, so that's the first, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, first 7. We only did one pocket. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do for this week. I'm going to continue working on covering this, not tutorial type, but just explaining how I do it myself. And like I said, it's a lot of, you know, taking your actual decorative paper to the page and just marking where you want to cut it. Make sure, you know, that you cut the right angle on the right side of the paper. Which is why, like this, I was like, oh yeah, I can use it on the other side. Oh, I think that's going to be pretty. I like it. I think it's going to be cute. So we will continue on doing that this week. So right now, I'm going to get off here. Get my Merry Monday video uploading and going for you all. And then I'm going to try to catch up on a couple of YouTube videos myself. There's a few like... I think Scrapbooking with Me put a few up that I wanted to watch. So did 507. I watch her. Just, I don't know. It's not really the style. It's just, I don't know. Just like, I don't know. Because it's, when I do, I mean, I'm not knocking anybody's style or anything. Please don't take it in that way. When I do, I want a writing space on the back of a decorative space. Does that make sense? So, like, to me, I can't take and put these two strips together, even though it would be beautiful to do that. And that would be a good sturdy tag, but that's still two decorative pieces. Does that make sense? So, in the way my brain thinks, and I'm trying to get more into not clean cutty, you know, type things, but I would take this and put it on a piece of coffee dyed paper, and then that would be the front, the coffee dye would be the back, and you could write on it, or tea stain paper, either one. But, I mean, they do some beautiful tags and bits and pieces and stuff on those channels. I'm just trying to learn how to do that style of ephemera. So that's why I watch them, and I like watching. I like keeping up the stories and, you know, what's going on in their day. You know, just hanging out with a friend. You know, basically it's all I'm doing, honey. Just like with y'all. You know, that's y'all watch to see what kind of papers or something I'm doing, or, you know, because I sure ain't showing you the right way to do things most of the time. With that, cutting that piece of paper backwards. Good gracious. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do when I get off of here. Hope y'all have a good day and enjoy the first part of your week. And I will probably not shoot a video until Tuesday evening, probably sometime when I get off of work Tuesday. I'm gonna finish up my 2 packs of Christmas ephemera fussy cuts, and then after that I'll shoot a video for Wednesday. I may just actually try to get this done Tuesday evening when I get in from work. I don't know, because I go back and forth, you know, it's depending on how I feel and if how much sleep I get before I go into work. So if I get good sleep, we'll finish this up and do a couple of videos on it, and then that'll be it for this week. And then, if not, I'll do my fussy cuts. Either way, this is going to be the project for the week, getting this finished. I don't know about doing the ephemera bits, but getting these pages covered and decorated is what we're going to do. I think that's going to be fun. So what I'd like, I'm thinking, is I want to go through, cover all the base pages, and then take our leftover bits and scraps like this, like any corner cuts and that, go through and see, you know, like where we can put, you know, like that would be gorgeous right there as a tuck. Just let's put it down. Shoot. See what I'm doing? I'm trying to get off here, and then I'm just keep on looking at it, and I'm like, ooh, that would be pretty right there. But that's how it works. I mean, really. But yeah, so we would go through, do our coverage of our pockety pages, and then the offcuts and what have you, them we'll make ephemera bits and tuck spots and stuff with them. And like the offcut angle pieces, that's gonna be so pretty. There's just a little tuck. I'm seeing look. That's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about with the contrasted with the light and the darkness of the floral pages. I probably should have inked that before I put it on there, but you know, you can tell it's a tuck spot, and that's why I was like, yeah. Okay, let's get off here, quit messing with it, but that's the idea. I just wanted to show you that in case you are doing an altered book of sorts of your own, and you have your paper pad, your pretty floral cuts, your journal, whatever, and you want to work on the head, and you know, that's what you can do with them angle offcuts. Just go back through where it's got a good solid page that you've covered and add a pocket to it. And that's what we'll do to most of these solid pages. You know, we can't just have just a beautiful decorated page and leave it alone. We got to put a tuck on it so we can put something in it to write on. So, yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night, and we'll talk at you tomorrow.